Yes, yes. Good evening. Welcome to the sixth element of hip hop. It ain't no other crew in the world like this, and it never will be. What's good? We got Stu Dog on the way. What up, Stu? In the building. There he is. What's good, homie?
Peace, peace, chilling, chilling. What's up with you?
Chilling, chilling, chilling. As y'all know, we got a good show. It is DC Power Hour. Slade Wilson. Peace, peace, peace. Oh, I got the old joint up. Hold on. It's like looking like it's last week. Wait a minute. Er, Hold on. Yeah, y'all. We got to talk about a couple things today. Actually, let me put this behind us right here. Because we got the Ghostface album. And it was Ghostface's birthday on the 9th. So happy born day to the God. And yeah, that's a dope birthday weekend, man. Drop an album. You get to hear it?
Yeah, I heard it. Not all of it. I
Mm.
was listening to it in the car, but I did preview it before I bought it, and once I got into it, yeah, it's dope. It's
Yeah,
Ghost. It's definitely a Ghost album,
it's
and
definitely
it's
Ghost.
definitely better. Yeah, and it's definitely better than the Wizard of Ghost Dini.
It's definitely better than the Wizard of Ghostini. Yes, I agree. Uh, yes. But yeah, I mean, you're right. It is Ghost. First of all, he did turn 54 on the 9th in 1970. His name was Dennis Coles, aka Ghostface Killer. The Chamber of Eccentricity comes almost exclusively from Tony Stark's, who's been compared to the likes of Slick Rick with his signature 6-inch high eagle bracelet and other excessively gaudy jewels. At the foundation of the Wu saga, Ghostface was unseen and wasn't revealed until the chef's only built for Cuban Link's classic Purple tape. With 10 solid solo albums under his belt, Ghost Dini continues to impact the game along with his WTC family. And that's just a little shout out from the Source magazine right there for Ghost for his birthday.
That's dope. That's dope.
That's dope.
That's dope. Are they still printing the source?
Yeah. Oh, I don't know if I don't know if it's in print.
Oh, it
I
might
don't
be
know if it's in,
digital. Like, they might
might
be
be
all
digital.
digital now.
Yeah.
Mm,
Mm-hmm.
mm.
Mm-hmm.
I got a
But
couple Source magazines laying around here somewhere, man. I need to frame them joints, put them up on the wall or something.
dog, hell yeah, man.
Mm.
We gotta talk about
Yeah, I
Ghost.
need.
No arguing today. No sir. Nah, we cooled out. We cool. We brothers. We had a little thing last, but definitely gonna talk about good shit tonight. Hip hop and all that good fun stuff that we love. 'Cause that's what we're here to do. And this is the album cover. Set the tone. Cause his name is Tony. Tone Starks had an album called Pretty
Yeah.
Tony. And that's set the tone. It's like his Tone. And it's a dope album cover, man. He's lamping, he looks like he's chilling, looks like he's like, what I'm saying, just had a nice, just got back from a dope, like a party or something, got the tux on, just
Mm-hmm.
chilling.
The bow
Yeah,
tie, untied.
handling business on
Got-
the celly,
yeah.
on the track phone, talking to a bitch on the track phone. Got a track called Track Phone on the album, where he does a lot of, it's a lot of R&B on that one. A lot of people complained about this release. A lot of people felt that it just sort of dropped off the cliff like halfway through. But I disagree. I think that what happened was halfway through it does start to get very R&B. But if you're a Ghost fan, I had one dude was on, he's like, I'm the biggest Ghost fan, but da 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 da. First of all, you're not the biggest Ghost fan, because if you was, you would understand that that's how he get down. Ghost is that
Yeah.
whatever, he does. He's got his R&B joints. Wizard of Ghostini, that you mentioned earlier, is a straight R&B album. You know what I'm
Yes, it
saying?
is. Yes, it
Just,
is.
just
A
his
hard
style.
pill to swallow, and a hard pill to swallow if you ain't a Ghost
Some
fan.
people, some people thought so. Yeah,
Yeah.
I
I
don't bump
mean,
it.
listen.
I don't
I,
bump
I
it.
don't I
But I'm the
don't I
biggest
don't
Ghost
bump it
fan.
either.
He's my
Yeah, I don't
favorite.
bump it. I don't bump it either. And you know the crazy part, his fans are the ones that don't really bump it. They don't really. They wasn't really feeling it, but Ghost defended it by saying that it's an album that he had in his mind and on his chest for a long time, and he finally got it off.
Yep.
That's a project he wanted to do. He didn't
Yep.
care how it was received. It's just something he had to get out of his system.
Yep.
He had to do it.
Yeah. And Ghostface, he definitely out of the Wu, he definitely stood out to me. You know what I'm saying? In a group full of iconic, legendary MCs, where I think Ice-T said it once. He was like, "Man, that's a group with 9 motherfuckers, and every last one of them motherfuckers can rap." You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of groups, it'll be like 2 or 3 guys. They maybe not the best. It'd be like 2 guys stand out. Man, the Wu-Tang, man, they were just like 9 single. They were like 9 solo acts put together in a group, and that's exactly what they were. And obviously RZA made history by signing them all to their own contracts where they could each, get their own signed to their own labels and have their own solo projects, which was unheard of at the time. Definitely changed the game in a lot of ways. But yeah, man, now the Staten Island native, Ghostface, is making his presence felt in a similar way, even in today's landscape. After 4 years of not dropping a new album, yes, we've been waiting 4 long ones, but Ghostface,
Yeah,
uh,
he
you
did
know,
drop one on a stem player, but the album was like it's like the stem player was like 200 something bucks.
ooh,
Um,
yeah,
yeah, he dropped one on a stem player. I don't know I forget what the name of it was, but
no,
I never heard it, so I don't
mm,
know if somebody out there heard it or was lucky enough to hear it. Let me know, cause
oh yeah,
I never got to hear it. I thought somebody would have put it up on YouTube, but you know how they do.
yeah,
Nobody
nah,
put it up.
nope. They must have a way that they can make it so you can't copy it or you know distribute it, but who knows? But Ghostface definitely ended that dry spell with this Set the Tone, Guns N' Roses. So it's called Set the Tone, and then in parentheses Guns N' Roses is the full album title. But this marks his 12th solo effort, official solo effort, and excitingly, it is the first release underneath Nas's Mass Appeal label for Ghost, man, and that's dope. I really love that he's on
Yeah,
Mass
he's on
Appeal.
Mass. Yeah, that's big for Ghost to be on Mass
And
Appeal.
well, it makes sense
That's
because him
a
and
big
Drake,
one.
I mean, him and Nas go way back. I'm looking at a Drake article. Him and Nas go way back to the Purple Tape. I mean, Nas is on the Purple Tape. He hung deep with the Wu and kicked it with Ghost and Ray mostly, and so it makes sense. I mean, they got the joint Scar Tissue on the album, and he had 2 singles actually on the album. It was the Nas joint Scar Tissue and Yup with Remy Ma, and additionally, over the last week, he had been getting fans hyped for this album on his social media platforms, saying shit like "Hold tight, the album has fire, something for everyone, Guns N' Roses." That's kind of what he was toying with at first,
Mm.
um, calling it. But yeah, he said while promoting the Scar Tissue on IG, he said those words from his Instagram joint. But yeah, he's got a lot of different genres, and there's even a dance hall track in there. So,
Yeah,
um,
it is. Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? So, and it's dope. It's dope. I was a little bit like, why the fuck did you have a Ja Rule tracking? Why'd you have Ja Rule on here, Ghost? I don't get it. But I'm not a Ja Rule guy. I don't know. I don't. Maybe Ja Rule's coming back. I heard Ja Rule's coming back, or he's back. I don't know. I
Ja
don't know.
Rule did his time, bro. He
I'm
had a
not
good run. I give Ja Rule credit. He had a good run, bro. He had a real good
good.
run.
Good
Yeah,
commercial run. You did.
good. I thank you, cause I was getting ready. Thank you. I was getting ready to say the same thing. He had a real good commercial run. Did a
Yeah.
couple movies. It's time to move on with our lives now.
Yeah, yeah. And outside of being a new album from an all timer like Ghostface, another big draw for the album was the feature list. A lot of people, including were thrilled when we saw the list. I was very happy to see AZ on there as well. AZ is like my second favorite rapper, like Ghost and AZ. Um, yeah, Kanye's on one of my favorite tracks. It feels like old Kanye to me, like college dropout Kanye. He's spitting like it don't sound crazy or nothing. And the beat, the beat on that track is my favorite.
Yeah, that beat is hot.
It's
That beat
the
hot.
Mighty Healthy, from Mighty Healthy,
Yeah,
that boom bap. And then you had Champion Sound with Benetton. That's the dance hall joint. But yeah, No Face is the joint with Kanye, and it's got the Mighty Healthy beat on there. But yeah, I mean, I think it's dope. I think it
he
was
got,
good.
he got a joint with Buster on there too,
Hmm. Yeah,
called
yeah, he's got
Shots.
a
Something.
yeah shots. Yep, with Busta, Serrani, and Harley. He's got
Yeah,
yeah, Remy Ma, Chucky Hollywood, AZ, like I said, BB, Ja Rule, Trevor Jackson, Fat Joe, Kanye, Iceman,
showing how they run
Raekwon.
it.
He's got Raekwon, Method Man. He's got Nas. He's got Sheik Luch. He's got Jim Jones. I mean, it's a fucking who's who of like grimy. You know what I'm saying? Hustler, hip hop man with Sheik, Jim. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Ray.
that's how it should be though, right? It's how it should be. But Bus just put out an album, but it ain't Bus. It sounded like he made that album for the kids. Everybody was complaining about it because it was like, yo, I mean, he had a lot of good, people on there
Not
featured with him.
distinction level event too.
No, not that one. He dropped another one. He dropped another
Oh,
one
oh,
after
okay.
it just came out, and everybody was complaining. But with this album that Ghost dropped, you can't say that. Like it just sounded like Ghost went in the studio and did his music. Like I like that, man. I really don't like when artists try to make music, like
For the time,
for the yeah, for the time, or for the people that's running the culture. Because like
right?
there's certain jokers out there now, they running the culture. That's just what it is. And if that ain't what you do, that ain't what you do. You got a fan base, you got a cult following. Like you got to satisfy them people. I like that. I don't like
Hmm.
when they try to satisfy the culture, because right now Ghost ain't running the culture no more. He was,
Right now, yeah,
but
the people that's running the culture is not it's not our kind of music. That's why I like these when these old heads come up, and I call them old heads. They my heads. They from our era. They come out with new joints, and they're not gonna be platinum. They're not gonna be, they're not coming
right, right,
trying to
yeah,
like run the
yeah.
show anymore, be the number one hit or the
Nah,
hottest thing out. It's not they're not doing
yeah.
that no more, and that's
It's for
cool.
their fans, right? It's for their fans.
Yeah.
They
So
strictly making it for their fans. Like
I
Nas
feel
has
like
a
they
cult following, and his
right.
music is for his fans. Like when I say he got a cult following, he can fill a stadium. He got a cult following, so
Yes.
he makes his music for them.
Large cult.
And they a large cult, yeah, very large cult, and they are dedicated Nas fans. You know,
Mhm. 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 Yeah. I mean, this okay, so this is his 16th full length solo LP. The yeah, he's definitely the most prolific in the clan. There's no one in the clan with more albums than Ghost. He definitely dropped the
yeah,
most.
and he drops the
Veteran
most
Ghost.
consistently, and he drops the most
Yeah.
consistently too. Yeah,
Yeah, exactly, exactly. He's one of hip hop's most prolific storytellers. Definitely, easily the most consistent member of the clan. Exemplified by he had Ironman, then he came right with a couple years later with my favorite and I think his best, Supreme Clientele. Then FishScale, then Apollo Kids, 12 Reasons to Die, and Sour Soul, just to name a couple of those. I know there was Pretty Tony, and man, the list goes on, but Ghost's last album, Ghostface Killahs, which came out in 2019, stands as one of the only few uh, commercial duds in his discography, along with More Fish, and went into his Mass Appeal Records debut here with Set the Tone. But even Ghostface Killahs, the 2019 one that didn't do so hot, I fucking loved it. I loved it. That little movie that he did, it was like a little movie, three video long movie. It's fucking wicked,
I
bro. I
should
thought it
remember
was
that.
nice.
Ghostface Killers. Yeah, that
Yeah,
joint was hot. That was a hot little album Ghost put out. I
it
liked
was
that
hot.
joint, man.
I
Yeah,
loved it.
and they even did a remix. Bronze Nazareth remixed that album, and that
Right.
was even hot.
Yep. Yeah, it
That
was,
was hotter than the first.
and it wasn't, yeah, because it wasn't his typical album. It wasn't his typical sound, and so a lot of people were like,
No.
"Oh, he's," but I thought it was great. Like I thought it was he's doing like he's evolving. He's got a, an evolved. He's coming with the trying to change with the times a little bit, but not to the point where he's changing his style or anything like that too dramatically. Which is good,
Right.
as long as people ain't trying to come out as mumble rappers all of a sudden. You know what I mean? Like what the fuck?
Yeah, you
Hold
can't
on.
do that. That's your that's your manager or your record label, you know, and we can't let them run culture, man. We can't let them. You got to make an album for your fans, man. I agree with that.
Yeah, yeah. Conditioning. Posted under a Brinks truck waiting to squeeze that. That shit was hard as fuck. I thought that shit was gangster. But Wu Block links up for the opener of this joint. 6 minutes. Set the tone. Jim Jones right up right away, jumping over lavish instrumental, giving, you know what I'm saying, all the competitors exact amount of time. Whereas Pair of Hammers comes in with Method Man, works in some horns and, cautioning that they throw people in comas and make vegetables in the process. You have Skate Odyssey featuring Raekwon, which I think takes a smoother route overall, talking about, no one comparing to them, and but you know what I'm saying. Then Scarface, or Scar Tissue rather, with Nas, um, what I'm saying, talking to more about the sun rising to break the day, and lifts, and for a while to give us warmth and that kind of thing, that kind of wordplay and just good old New York hip hop. And there's Kilo in the Safe, which is a dope. It's a definitely a hustler joint, a hustler bag, and after the first skit, then you have No Face, which is the beat that I like with Kanye's on there. Um, coming back to that boom bap, both of them can, talk about having the ability to take down your whole entire squad, and just coming with that real braggadocious hip hop, gravitas, that boom bap, that shit that I love. And Champion Sound, if you're a fan of reggaeton, or not reggaeton, dance hall, then which I definitely am. Benetton is a dope artist, picking up from where they from it's a decent reggae fusion with hip hop, but I think being able to tell one's persona that their mamas used to keep them up in the house a lot when they were growing up, just before Cape Fear featuring Fat Joe brings back the keys and kicks and snares, calling themselves the finest in New York. And it's just one of those, typical Don Cartagena, Pretty Tony, Don status boss joints that you would expect. And then after the second skit, Plan B comes in with more of an atmospheric, existential type of, vibe to it instrumentally, to pretty much say on wax that Ghost is done having kids at this point in his life with Bad Bitch. And then he comes in with the Ja Rule joint. But this is how I like, this is, uh albums. I come from the album era. This is the era of fucking singles and ringtones or whatever. Uh People don't make albums anymore, and that's why I like, our MCs, because they still come with an album in that the tracks have a fucking connection, you know what I'm saying? And it tells a story, each song, it tells a story from A to Z. You start in one place, you end up in another. Like when I used to put on an album back in the day, I don't fuck with you. If I have to skip tracks on your album, then you're not one of my favorite MCs. If I can't put your shit in and just let it play, flip, and then keep playing, and I don't have to touch it, you can't be in my top. Period. But These days they don't give a fuck about an album these days. They just want a song, they just put out songs and
Yeah, they want to get rich. They want to make money.
mhm.
They're not artists anymore.
Right.
Guys want to get on. They want jewelry.
Uh,
They want gold. They want fame. They don't. They really don't want to be artists. Artists is passionate, man. You gotta. An artist, you could actually, not to get off subject, but artists, you could actually hold them. They're held responsible for what they put out, and they put out stuff that they hold the world accountable for. Like if you watch Bob Marley and you listen to his Corey Adger salute, when you listen to Bob Marley's music, it was all rebel music. Like he was talking about the conditions there where they lived in Jamaica, apartheid. He was really. And when now guys don't care. They just want to get rich. They want a gold chain, bracelet, cars, money. I mean, I get it, but at some point you can't call yourself an artist if you don't have a voice. Like the artist is the voice of the people. You know what I mean? He speaks up for us. So
mhm. The way you on the screen with the background looks like you wearing green tights. What the fuck?
man,
Does it look like I'm wearing green tights?
I don't know, man.
Oh, I think he's talking about Superman. Look, Superman is below me. It looks like he's like I'm wearing his boots.
Oh yeah, 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 dude, yeah, yeah. I
Like
see
when I
what
go
you
like this. Check it out. I'm hold on. Let me get my arms. See if I can get it.
mean.
Oh shit. Hold on.
But yeah,
I got something.
but this is definitely a banger for Ghost, man. I'm definitely pleased with it. Um,
Absolutely.
Raekwon is supposed to drop another album. He's supposed to drop another Cuban Links. John, I don't know when that's supposed to come out this year, but we don't know when. It might have
Right.
got pushed back, but he takes a long time to come out, you know. So we'll see what happens, man. We'll see how it goes down. But for Ghost, congratulations, Ghost, man. You put out another banger.
Yeah, man. Halfway through it, it comes in back in with locked in with AZ. He gets the ball
I
rolling
like
again
this.
smoothly. I love that joint, man. It talk
Yeah, whatever happened to AZ?
or
Didn't
yeah, let
AZ
me
put an album? Didn't he put a joint out like last year or the year before?
yeah, yeah, he just put album out this year.
Was it this year? Okay.
Yeah,
I
AZ
thought I
just
seen.
dropped.
Yeah, I thought I seen something. Yeah.
Yeah, he that's like I said, man, he's one of my top five. Him, Nas, Ghost, like in my top five of my personal five favorite MCs. I love his flow, bro. I've been an AZ fan since Illmatic. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, then
He
this is
he
where
he another one. He another one Reno that got like a cult following too. Another one that got like a
very
certain. There's
underrated.
a certain. Yeah, but he
People
got
love.
fan. He got a certain
Yeah,
little fan base. He got
yes.
like a quiet fan base. His fan base is quiet, but they love him. They love
Yeah,
AZ, man.
we
With the
love
style and
AZ,
everything.
and we always say that he's the most underrated MC in the game because honestly, like I always felt that. I always was like, why is he not bigger? I don't
Yeah.
know. He don't have the looks of like a Nas or whatever. But shit, Jay Z ugly as fuck too. What the fuck? I mean, I don't. But anyway, who knows? But that's sort of like where the album sort of gets to its that's where it sort of it becomes maybe a little R&B after this cuz then Touch You with Sean Wea fuses pop rap with R&B, going back to that romantic Tony Stark's side once more, and then Shots with Busta, and Serrani gives another hip hop and dance hall mix, resulting in like an average club banger with a kind of another weak song. Trap Phone is a weaker track. It sounds like something off a mixtape. It's funny though. It's fun. Chucky Hollywood's there going for like a cloudier trap atmosphere. Asking their significant others who else's loves them the way that they do, and this kind of shit. But and then there's the outro skit, which is fucking cool. Ghost comes on and he's like, "This is the end of the album," but he's like, coming soon or coming up next will be either Supreme Clientele 2, which I would fucking love. I've been waiting for. And then he said, what did he say? It was funny. He said, or Indiana Tone and the Temple of Goons. Indiana Tone and the Temple of Goons. I'm like, hell yeah, I'll fuck with that too. That's the type of shit I fuck with. And then he's got the bonus track after that, which is the Remy Ma joint. Yup. And was the lead single. That I didn't really I kind of had mixed feelings from, it's kind of a mediocre beat with the hardcore lyricism, and I always feel shortchanged when that happens, because I'm like, damn, if they only had a dope beat, like, damn, this shit would have been good, but it's not. But that's, some people don't
Oh, the
care
last
about
track,
beats. Yeah,
the last
yeah,
track.
yeah,
Yeah, the
yeah.
beat ain't really. I mean, yeah,
It's
it
just
don't. The beat don't
it's,
grab you. It ain't. It just don't grab you. I
yeah.
mean, Remy Ma can rap. I give her credit out of all the female MCs I've ever heard. Well, she can rap. She can rap circles around. I'll say 90% of the female MCs I've ever heard.
Mm-hmm.
Right, like, that's keeping it a buck.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, and listen, y'all know Wu-Tang is my favorite group of all time. Anybody who's been watching the show for a while knows this. I mean, we got a lot of our, justification out of the Wu manual with the RZA talking about six elements in comics and all of this. So I fuck with Wu-Tang. I've been fucking with them since I was, well, how old was I in 93, 92? What was I? I was a kid, bro. I was like 13 when they came out. So I've been fucking with them like my whole life. And that said, coming from that and Ghostface being my favorite MC, this album set the tone. Guns N' Roses is only a couple of fucking shards above that last album we got from him 5 years ago. If because that album, it had like two or three great songs I thought that were fucking awesome, but the rest of the album was
Mm.
meh. But there are moments where the production can be a little commercial, but then there are others where it's definitely sticking to that signature hardcore Wu Ghost vibe. And then Ghost noticeably sounds more focused than he did on the last album, and the guests are performing on a on his level, but a couple of them are lackluster for sure. But for the most part, I think people are really, some people are really shitting on it a little bit much. It's not
Yeah,
that bad. It's not the best. It's not his best album. I'm not like, oh, this is the shit. I've been waiting for something like this. No. But I will bump it. It's good. It's good. I fuck with
yeah.
it. I fuck with it.
And it's
You know?
kind of early too. If you really ain't sit down and
And
listen to it,
you gotta play it a few times.
you
I
gotta
think
play it a
Jay Z
few
one
times.
time, he was like, people put out these reviews an hour after the album drops and shit. You cannot do that. You can't review an album just hearing it once. That's ridiculous. You have
Yeah,
to play a song. You have to play an album and let it resonate.
yeah. Like when I first heard, what was it Paid in Full? I didn't like it. I was like, man, what the? Then I listened
Mm,
to it a second time. And then I put it on the shelf for like a week. And then I listened to it a third time, and I was like, all right. Then I listened to it a fourth time. I was like, okay. Then after
yeah,
the fifth time, I really, you know what? It did it. I was walking to, I think I was walking to school one day or something, and I had to set it. I had it, and that's what we had cassettes back then. But I had the cassette on me, and I had some headphones on, and I was listening to it with the headphones, and that made a big difference. That made a big difference in me dissecting that album like
mm-hmm,
that. Because, like you said, if I'd have listened to it once, I'd have been like, man, I don't know, like this, I'm not feeling it. This, that, yeah. But after about the fifth time, like I said, in a pair of headphones, yeah, I was into it. And now it's one of the, to me, it's one of the, like a must-have album in my collection. It's like one of the greatest albums I've ever heard.
right, yeah, for sure. And
Yeah, yeah. Who did the production on the album? Yeah, Corey. I just
so
heard that.
talking about this one, about this the Set the Tone album, not talking about the last 5 years. I think you're talking about that, Jules. This one, uh, sorry, Jules Polar is the producer on 6 Minutes. You've got a cat named Studio Steve Wallace, who does the production on Pair of Hammers. Ghostface actually does the production on Skate Odyssey, the track with him and Ray. T the Human does the production with the production on Scar Tissue, the Nas track. Cat named David Forth does the production on Kilo in the Safe. Easy LP does the production with the Kanye song No Face. Ghost comes back, does the beats with Danny Cazayo on Champion Sound. Then Ray Scavo the third, who I've never heard of, does the beats with the Fat Joe song. Bundy, Greg GS, and Bam Beats do the production on Plan B and Bad Bitch. Scavo does the production on Locked In with AZ. Cat named Vital does the production on Touch You. Ben Grimm and Now Later's production plug do the production on Shots. And then Scavo's back for Trap Phone, and True Faces is on Yup. So a lot of these guys, a lot of these producers are not typical Wu-Tang producers. Like, these are all new guys that he's never really fucked with before. These are not like really big names or anything like that. So it you know, it shows, but
Yeah, it does. And sometimes it's not, you might have to stick with one producer for an album, but we got to thank Nas
oh,
for that. Nas was the first one to
yeah,
do
I like when they do that, when Nas did that, man, because it's dope when you
it. Yeah.
have
But yeah, different producers. It
a
is.
variety.
But some
Yeah,
but sometimes you gotta just go with one. If you got one that, because we only got like a handful of legendary producers that can
yeah.
carry a whole album.
Yeah,
If you can
exactly.
if you
Without
can
without it sounding redundant, because a lot of times when the same producer's on an album, for me anyway, I feel like it just gets boring after a while. But if they're
yeah.
really good, like if it's Premiere or somebody like that, obviously I'll listen to fucking nothing but Premiere albums. If Premiere was the only producer in hip hop, I'd still fucking be as big of a hip hop fan. But straight up, Premiere is my guy. But no Premiere on this one. No Premiere on this one. But Nas and Premiere are doing an album. That's fucking crazy. So
Yeah,
Nas
that's
and
been a
Primo.
long time. That's been a long time coming.
Yeah, yeah.
That's been a
Long
long time
awaited,
coming. Yeah,
long awaited collaborative album. Uh
yeah, that's been a long
it
time
will it
coming.
will arrive later. Yeah, it'll come later this year to commemorate the 30th anniversary of Nas's Illmatic joint, on which Premiere did 3 tracks. But yeah, it I don't think it has a name yet. But I'm fucking excited about it because,
You,
like you said, bro, I've been waiting on this shit for since
yeah, that's
since Illmatic.
yeah, yeah, that's been a long time coming. And with Premiere hooking up.
Yeah,
Premier owe us a few. He owes a couple albums with a few people. And like, like
they have one
Ghost was
song
one
out.
of them. Yeah, I
Yeah,
heard the song. The song is hot. The
yeah.
song is hot.
Define My Name. It's called Define My Name. It's yeah, it's dope. A lot of
Yeah,
people thought it was. They were like, "Oh, this shit just sound basic or whatever." But yeah, it is. It is a very basic beat, but it's still Premiere, and just the way it hits, bro. It's basic. Basic
it
does
is.
not mean whack. Not what I'm saying. Like, it's a lot of basic beats that were like ill shit, like grinding. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That Pharrell beat, that's basic as fuck. There's like 3 sounds in that beat. It don't matter.
Right.
If it sound good, it sound good. And it sounds
Yeah,
good.
that's true.
Yeah. But yeah,
Yeah, that's true.
yeah. And the song came out right with the 30th anniversary of Illmatic. So that's how they put it out. The song Define My Name came out the same, like 30 years later, the day that Illmatic dropped. And yeah, Nas confirmed that they are going to release a full length collab, which has been rumored to be in the works for many years. He says 30 years later, we're back in the lab. It's album time. Nas said previously referencing the possibility of him on the joint with Primo. He said premiere album still might happen. While going back away, they Premier said, because he's but Beatmaker has not produced on a Nas album since 2001. Stillmatic, where he came back and did that Second Childhood joint. Um, but they've continued to work together. With Primo was definitely on Magic. He was on Magic, and Nas did his little 6 album run with Hit Boy, which began back in 2020 and ended late last year. He did the 3 King's Diseases and the 3 Magics. And those were his first projects to be handled by a single producer. So DJ Premier also has a historic track record of producing full-length albums, as his Gangstar and shit. But yeah, him doing a full fucking Nas joint is crazy. Stu, where'd you go? He'll be back. But yeah, in the light of the 30th anniversary, I think it's a dope way to fucking to drop, you know. Um that's an iconic, I think one of the top 5 albums of all hip hop, but that's me. But yeah, here's a couple of the reviews that people are saying about the Ghost joint here. He says, seeing that Ghostface was so invested evolving his sound from album to album in the 2010s, it's hard to understand why he decided to go back and make a project that sounds like he made in 2006. Maybe he considers himself a semi-retired at this point and isn't as motivated as he once was to push music forward. The Kanye feature was great. Damn, this was a little disappointing. It feels like his old sound is just not there at all. Definitely don't agree. This was the funny one I saw. I am Ghost's biggest fan, but this is some of the worst shit I've heard from a core Wu member in years, including the Meth Lab albums and every recent Capadonna record. Yeah, you're not Ghost's biggest fan, my guy. I don't even consider you a Ghost fan if you're saying that shit. I'm a little confused by the largely negative reception of this. To some extent, I can get it, as it reminds me a lot of Magic 3 or AZ's newest album, in which the lackluster beats make the songs less enjoyable, even if the rapping is good. But I feel like Ghost on average is rapping better than Nas and AZ, respectively, on those projects. I agree. I mentioned, and I can appreciate some of the risks taken later in the album, even if it doesn't always hit for me. And risks, I mean, it's like I said, man, it's Ghostface. It's to be expected. I was not at all shocked or at all upset by that. This album is a 100 because it has Jim Jones on it. Jim Jones. But yeah, a lot of people really just not happy here on this particular thread. They think it's too R&B, but that's that's obviously an opinion of rap and R&B, but I've only heard it once myself. I will definitely be giving it several more listens over the next few days. But yeah, man, give it an honest shake. That's what I say. Give it an honest try, because it's really good. It really is not that bad. Let me see what happened to Stu Dog. But yes, so if you guys have been paying attention to the Crisis on Infinite Earths, we are now we are now coming up to part 3. We've watched 1 and 2. 2 was dope, and we got the trailer right now for part 3. Let's bust that. All right, let's get that joint going. Present. There we go.
What have I done? Welcome to the bleed.
Stu, you there?
Yeah, yeah, man. I'm
Okay.
waiting for mine. I'm waiting for my
We thought
crisis
we lost.
to
We
come in
thought
the
we lost.
mail. Nah, 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 nah. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. I had to go take care of something. Came right back. I'm waiting for my Crisis on Infinite Earth to come in the mail, man.
What the
Sad that
DVD?
yeah, the Blu-ray. I got them on. I got it on 4K, the 4K Blu-ray.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it's sad that we can't really walk into a store and buy stuff no more, like physical media. So you just gotta wait.
Yeah, I mean, but yeah, Crisis on Infinite Earths Part 1 and 2 are already out, and they are now starting to tease the third installment. We got the trailer here, and this will be the last time that we hear Kevin Conroy and Mark Hamill voicing Batman and the Joker from the Batman animated series. So yeah, let's check it out.
Let's get it. Let's get it popping.
You sold us out.
Hold on. This looks a little bit. I think I have two. I have two different. Do I have two?
It's a dimension that exists outside the multiverse.
Okay. Looks to be a little different. Let's check out these trailers. Let's chop them up. But yeah, I think it's been good so far. Part 1 and 2, I was like, hell yeah, this is dope. I can't wait for the third one. I can't wait for the conclusion. I wonder if they're gonna do 4. I'm thinking it should be 4 the way the story's been going. But here we go.
What have I done?
Actually, hang on. We don't want to get booted. Speed it up a little bit.
Welcome to the bleed. It's a dimension that exists outside the multiverse.
The bleed is a dimension that exists outside the multiverse. That's the outer. I wonder if we still have that.
Map.
That
We had
map.
that one.
Yeah. No, I don't have it no more. Shit. But yeah, they got their whole multiverse. But here.
Thankfully hidden from the anti-monitor.
Okay. Stu, this is the anti-monitor. Is this not because the anti-monitor looks way different? The one I knew. He's got the big goofy head helmet
That's
thing.
their
He
version.
looks really.
Yeah, that's
So
their
it's the
version of
same
Anti-Monitor.
character. It's just a different look. Okay, that's what I was wondering.
Yeah, it's just a different look.
From the anti-monitor. It's not exactly stable. Space and time collide.
Yo, we got Batman Beyond beating up Nazis. Check him out.
Now, I've seen some super dope like drawings of the Anti-Monitor, but you're right. Mostly he looks kind of, I don't know, kind of goofy with that helmet.
Yeah, he's got a just a weird. I always just thought it was a weird look for something like that. But yeah, there's the Batman Beyond kneeing this SS troop in his chest here, and we got dinosaurs running in. Some type of time temporal issue here.
Well, that's what
Say what?
the Anti-Monitor. With the Anti-Monitor, he like basically he's trying to bring the whole multiverse together, and if
Oh yeah.
like collapse it in on itself. So as they
Mhm.
start getting closer and closer, the realities merge with each other. So you get like, I don't know, like you might get like Justice Society and Justice League. They might meet because of it.
Right. Yep. All the different versions.
Yeah, they'll start.
Being suddenly able to locate us. Someone inside leaked the information. Yes.
I love the question. Guy with no face looks like a noir detective.
Yeah.
That guy right there.
That's the question. That's the
Yeah,
question.
yeah. That's why I said the question.
Oh, I thought you said. I thought you said just the guy with no face. Big
No, I
chunky
said
dude
I
with no
like the
face.
question. I said I like the question. He's the guy with no
I
face.
hear you said it.
Yeah,
Yeah, question
but
is
yeah, he's an old school
that's
DC
that.
character.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Super old school.
Yes.
Luther right here.
I was afraid you were losing your journalistic instincts. I face the hard truth that we're all doomed.
I like how the Anti-Monitor is like this like soulless, mindless, seemingly, being that just does not, you know, seems like he doesn't, you cannot reason with him, right? It's just like this creature almost. And that's how the original one does have a vibe like that. The way he looks, like he's just hollow, just like soulless, like dead eyes.
I face the hard truth that we're all doomed if we don't destroy this creature. We have to find its kryptonite.
That
No, if what you saw.
was good.
That was good.
We have to find its kryptonite. Oh wow, look at the Nazis getting their faces ripped
Nazis.
off. That's crazy. Wow.
I call the specialist.
Dr. Fate.
Okay, so this is the conclusion. I wasn't sure if there was a trilogy or a four banger.
All right. I mean, listen, I'm glad they did 3 parts, Reno, because you can't tell that story in just 1 hour and a half length
Weed
movie.
went down my throat.
Yeah.
Right.
Damn. Damn.
Some weed came out and went down my throat. I mean, some tobacco, because this is tobacco. Yeah.
Yeah, you can't tell the story.
You can't tell it in 1 or 2 movies. No.
Yeah.
I
It
would
took
think
them 12 issues to tell
yeah.
to tell that whole Crisis on Infinite Earth, and it was dope because you had everybody from every different reality come together to stop the anti-mind. Man, that was dope.
Yeah.
Flash dies in the joint, man. It's just dope.
Hella different versions. Yeah.
Yeah, it was just a dope story.
Before the multiverse even existed. Constantine, this man from an Earth that existed before our multiverse. It's starting reality over. We need a miracle. All of those worlds. There's something much worse coming.
Uh-oh.
Let's do this.
Bane.
Jay Garrett. Aquaman.
Yo, that looks dope.
Yeah, I definitely can't wait to watch that.
Speaking of Bane, I'm really pissed off. I've been pissed for like the last probably, I don't know, probably hour, because I found out that there's a new Bane Batman 2-pack that McFarlane put out.
Yes.
And it's sold out
everywhere. Yes,
Dog.
you cannot. I was trying to get it today, man. I got the notification in my Google feed.
And it was already fucking sold out.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Hold up. What's worse, Reno, is the pre. What's even worse? This is even worse, and this is how you know. This is how you know there's some guys out there that's real scumbags. They're already up on eBay.
Yeah, right.
They're already up on eBay. Yeah, they're selling pre-order on eBay. So you're like, come on, stop. Just buy one. Let us get ours, man. Come on, man. Stop. That's just
yeah, like what? I gotta pay you $150 now because you were faster at fucking clicking the button? What?
Yeah, you don't. That's how they look at it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you see Tim Drake? Did you see the Tim Drake Robin that they put out too as well?
I saw that it was there, but I just fucking didn't even pay attention to it because I don't even give a fuck because this goddamn Batman and Bane. This is ridiculous, dog.
Yeah, I wanted that Batman and Bane, man. I went
pissed,
on like,
bro. I'm really pissed.
You know what? You know what? I know a spot.
I've not been this pissed
when we get off the air, I know a spot where you might be able to get it. Might. All right. I ain't gonna divulge my secret on right now to everybody, but I know a spot where you might be able to get it. Look at that, man. That is hard. Look at that, man.
I mean, McFarlane,
Got him breaking
I'm
his
pissed at
back.
McFarlane too. I'm a little pissed at McFarlane about this because you know better, bro. You know damn well this shit was gonna sell out immediately. Why didn't you make more? And
Right.
why don't you have more made up, dog? Like it's clearly when you sell out in a day, it's time to make more, dog, and do something about these
Gee,
scalpers, bro. Do something about
yeah.
these scalpers, bro.
And you notice now he's starting to make the hero, like when he makes people with cape, they come with cloth capes
Yeah, look at this cape.
or
Cloth cape with
capes with
wire in
wire.
it.
Yeah, with wire in it. Yeah, they
Fuck
should have been doing that from the grip.
you.
Yeah, they should have been doing that from the grip. That makes a big difference.
It's like first you put out mediocre, you put out very mediocre figures, very
Right.
mediocre figures, very mediocre. I'm gonna say it again. They're very fucking mediocre, Todd. They're not great. I collect all the 6-7 inch figures. Your line is the weakest. This is a fact.
Mm. I only
Quality
collect
wise,
certain ones.
I'm talking
Quality
quality.
wise, quality wise, right. Now I only get certain figures now from him. I don't get
Yeah,
like it's
I
got to be a figure I really, really want. Gotta be
yes,
somebody like you know what I mean. Like I got
like this.
I got red tornado. Yeah, like this I would get.
And immediately I found out about it. Like immediately it was sold out. Like look at this.
But you know
Published
what?
May 11th.
See, like, but you said it the best, and that came out today. Today's the 11th, so
Yeah,
that
exactly.
was sold out. Like, damn, that might have been sold out at midnight for all we know. Yeah, I did pre-order the
Oh, that
Robin.
Tim
I
Drake
did get
is
the Robin.
dope.
That Tim Drake is
Yeah,
dope.
I might try.
And
I might see if I can get one of those.
yeah, I got one of those. I got one of those coming. Now it's like you said, when you look at like you broke it down, like you said,
Wow, he sold out.
G.I. Joe, like you said, yeah, I know where you can get one. We'll talk about it later. Um,
Sold out, motherfucker.
sold out. I know where you can get one. Don't even worry
All
about it. I know
right,
where you can
all
get
right,
one.
all right.
You ain't gotta look. I know where you can get one.
This
Um,
motherfucker.
like you said about G.I. Joe, like you said
Yeah,
Hasbro with G.I. Joe Classified, you was like right now they are the best 7-inch bang for your buck figures out there.
yeah,
They're like the
easily.
articulation, what you get, the
Mm-hmm.
quality of them. You know what I mean? It's some little things we can nitpick about, but that's what we doing. We nerd nitpicking. But
Right.
pound for pound, like you said, and that is making people step up their game with with their things because with their toys because they're like, well, damn, people go crazy for these, but we can't beat the quality that we get for. And another point you brought up that was good. You was like for $24, like look what I'm getting.
Yeah,
And it's the
exactly.
truth, bro. It's quality, bro. Like it's a quality figure for $24. Like I
And
could just imagine if they charge us 50, what they would be like.
yeah, and that's McFarlane's thing. They're cheap. They're not. I don't, bro. That's not an excuse because,
Right.
like you just said, man, the classified figures are $24. Marvel Legends are $24. I mean, they're all in the same price range, bro. It's McFarlane's are
They
a
even
little
made
cheaper, a little,
a little cheaper.
but
Yeah.
they
But they
the
starting to
figures
get
are a
up
lot.
there though. They starting to get straight. They starting to get to the $24 range. And like you said,
Yeah,
look, for $24, Hasbro actually made Marvel Legends step their game up because classifieds are just so good. You're like, damn.
yeah.
Like, look, we gotta step our game up. Because some of the Marvel
Right.
Legends, they're hit or miss. They're straight hit or miss. There's nothing
EGC
the
salute. Question is my
EGC, what up?
dude.
Yeah, but that Bane is hard, man. And that Batman, I like that, man. Did they ever put out? Did
Yeah,
they? I'm
bro,
waiting
that's
for them to just put out Bane by
next
itself, man.
level.
Can I just get it? Can I just get a Bane? Can I just get a Bane without Batman? That's a question.
There is a Bane. That's another thing. Like McFarlane had just put out a Bane, which sold out, and you can't get either. And it's just Bane. It's a Bane
Did
mega
he?
figure. Yeah, that
I didn't
shit
even
pisses
see
me
that
off.
one, man. I didn't even see that. I didn't even come up on my Google feed.
It
Nothing.
comes and goes, man. That's why I pre-ordered the Batman and Bane Mafex.
Okay.
But honestly, man, I'm like, I want those Mafex, but looking at these new joints, these McFarlane, this new 2-pack, this shit looks a little better than that Mafex. Like, and that's crazy. Because that Mayfex, that shit, those are like $100 and something dollars each figure.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, yeah.
With
And some of the Mayfex
$70 for this
are
two
hit or
pack.
miss. Yeah, and that's not
Man, I'm
bad for
pissed, dude.
70.
I'm mad. I'm really mad
No,
about it. But
man.
see if you can get me one from there, man. If you can, if they got a Bane and Batman, which I'm sure you would already got one if they did, but I'll definitely
I
holler
didn't
if they
check.
got
You
me.
know what? I didn't check to see it. What happened was I ordered the Robin, and
Mhm.
then the Bane and Batman popped up in my Google feed later on, and I looked. I was like, damn, man. I was like, yo. I was like, where the hell can I get? And then I went on, Big Bad. And you know, I just after that, I just was like, you know what? I was like, damn, they sold out.
It's fucked up. But oh, what? It's a website you're talking about? I thought you were talking about.
I got a website. I got a website.
Oh,
A
well,
website.
you
Matter of
better
fact, let me
go on there now if it's gonna be one on there. It should be done sold
well,
out.
I'd be on there. I haven't. I just sent you. I just sent you the info. Just sent you the info.
You sent it to me where? On my email?
No, in the chat.
Okay.
Mm.
Oh, yeah, I checked there.
Did you?
Yeah,
It was sold out there too.
yeah.
I got the
Shit.
Robin from there. The Robin
Yeah,
came up.
they might have
Yeah,
the
but the Bane and
Robin.
Batman. They got the Robin. I got the Robin. That came right
Okay.
up.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I got the Robin. But that Bane and Batman. Well, we might have to wait. Maybe he'll put out another run of of the uh of the Bane and Batman.
Yeah, it's possible.
Yeah, because Scott. Because if you go on eBay, if we well, damn, I wish I could show you. But if we go on eBay, they're on there. They're on there right now. They're selling the pre-orders. I
That's
never.
fair.
Yeah, that's wild, man.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna see how much they want. Let me see. Bane and Batman 2 pack. Let's see. They want $100. Oh wait, this guy wants 89. That's not bad. He only wants 10 more dollars. That's not bad at all.
No, that ain't bad. I might be able to mess with that.
Yeah, he wants $90 plus 13 shipping. So that's 103. But everybody else wants, oh, this asshole wants $105 plus $20 shipping. Fucking dick. Okay, here we go. This guy wants 75 and $6 shipping. I fuck with that. This guy wants 80 free shipping. I fuck with that. Okay. So it's not that bad. They're not really going nuts trying to really rape you. So yeah, you can still get one on eBay. Okay. I
Okay.
thought they're gonna be 150, 140 at least. And I would have never.
My point is, why
But
buy it? Right?
I'd pay
Right. Well,
it's 70 plus it's 70 plus shipping on all the websites that it's now sold out on. So that's the same as paying $80. And if this guy's
yeah,
doing 80 no shipping, it's the same. It's the same.
that is the same.
It's the same.
But why? My thing is, okay, he bought it and he's selling it for not. Why even do all that?
I don't know why he's doing that. I don't.
Yeah. Why do all that? Just should have just left it on the site, got yours, and got out, and let somebody else get that. I'm
Yeah,
not.
I don't
Yeah,
know
I'm
what
not.
you're getting. What are you getting out of it? A lot of these guys, what are
Nah,
they getting out of it? Even some of these other ones, like $78 with a $7 shipping. What are you making? It was $69, dude. You paid for that plus shipping. You don't get a discount for buying 10. You paid
no,
$70 for each one, and then you're selling it for what? You're making a what, a $5 profit? Would you buy 20 of them, you asshole? Or 30? Fucking jerk. I'm
yeah,
being a
yeah. No. Listen, I'm glad that you ranting about it because somebody got to like. It comes a time we got to take a stand. Scalping right now is just
gotta
out of
take
control.
Yeah,
It's
it
just
is.
out of control, bro. Like, remember when Zartan came out, bruh? They They literally bought them all, and they were up on eBay like an hour later. And you like,
Yep.
damn, bro, like
Yep.
that's where we at now. Like,
Well,
damn, we couldn't get
and
Dr. Mindbender.
yeah,
You know what I
and the
mean? Like,
classifieds, they'll do the same shit. The classifieds are the same way. They'll some of those figures will sell out the day they come for pre-order. And it's like,
yeah,
why does Hasbro and but Hasbro, no, let me tell you something. Hasbro and I think McFarlane, they do it on purpose. They limit what they put out to keep the hype up, to make it collectible, to make it something people want. Because if they just had a limited number all the time, they'd never be valued. They wouldn't be sought after. People wouldn't be clamoring to buy them as much. And they have it's a tactic, man, and the FOMO thing, and they can put out a mediocre figure or a character that normally wouldn't create a bunch of hype, but if they put it out, just a few of them, or make it sell out right away, then all of a sudden this thing becomes sought after, and then they'll do this shit. They'll re-release. They'll be like, "Oh, we've got now more. You had them the whole time. You just held some back, and now you're re-releasing it." They'll be like, "We got to restock." Come on, bro. We're not fucking stupid. We know damn well that you had all the figures and that you're just giving a certain number. It's supply and demand. I mean, it's the way shit goes. So I'm not really mad at it, but this I'm mad at. The scalpers, it's getting out of hand, like you said, man. Because that Bane, that single Bane, here he goes. I'll show you right now. See, that's the single Bane, the Bane by himself you was talking about.
yeah, that Bane is dope. That motherfucker big too.
Hey, yeah.
He big, he huge. He probably about the same size as my man bat and my
Yes,
Calabac.
he is. That's what he is. That's what he's one of those figures. This guy, he's got
Yeah,
two of them. See, he bought this guy. Look,
yeah.
look over there.
Why? And he got
Dog,
one right. Yeah,
you
why?
see
Come
a
on,
box
dog.
over
Come on,
here,
man.
a box in the corner. So he's got boxes of
Yeah,
these.
yeah,
You're a jerk off,
yeah.
and then you're selling it for $120 with plus 13 shipping. Come
How
on,
much
man.
is the figure originally without? You know what I'm
This
saying?
guy's
Without
charging
the
175. Get the fuck out of here.
yeah, that's come on, man. That's
And look, this asshole's buying cases of them too. They got a storage unit. Look,
and
he's in the
that
storage
storage
unit.
unit. Wait a minute. Right, yeah.
Fucking
I like to go buy
cocksucker.
that storage unit.
Look,
Yeah, come on,
boxes of
man.
them. Hold on, look at this jerk. Hold on, look at this.
Look in the back
And
right
you're
there. Yeah, look.
showing it. Don't show me you're an asshole. I'm not buying anything from you. Imagine me giving this jerk $175 for that figure. And yeah, as for how much it was when it came out, McFarlane is not charging no $100. How much was the Calabac and the Man Bat? They're like $40.
I paid like $40 for them.
Yeah.
Something like that, $50.
Yep.
They weren't much. Yeah. Yeah, they weren't much. I got them right there. Matter of fact, hold on, I'll pull them down. I got 'em right here, man. And it just pisses me off. Like you said, you got people that do that, man. That's not even
Mhm.
come on, man. That ain't even cool. Yeah. Like remember when PlayStation 5 came out? You had guys with like 6 of them in their living room, and you can't get one. And they're selling them for 3 times what it's worth. You're like, come on, man. Yeah, like here's Man Bat. And you can see how big he is. But I never took him out the box. They're just so big,
Oh
man.
no.
I mean, bro, nah, I want to, man, too. But they're huge, you know. Like I gotta hang up like a floating shelf to put these up, man, because they're huge.
All the more
Looking at them
reason.
right here. Yeah, no, I'm gonna take them out eventually.
Yeah, he is
But
big.
just look how
Yeah,
big
he'd
he
take
is.
up a
Yeah,
whole box of the IKEA Deltoff.
yeah. He'll take. Yeah, he take. If I put him in I wouldn't be able to get nothing else in there with him. So
Yeah.
yeah, but look how big he is. So the Bane's got to be about this big.
Yeah.
Mm,
Oh, he's at least that big, yeah. Well, let's
yeah.
since we got into toy, I wasn't gonna do this yet, but we'll do the unboxing, I guess. It's not a big. I got the shit. As far the way scalpers have been able to make collecting an exhausting thing. You know what I mean? Honestly, it is, because like collecting should be fun, and instead of making it like a stressful thing. Like I'm literally stressed out. Like I was literally pissed off earlier. Like like, which I guess I can't blame anybody for my own thing, but yeah, it's fucked up.
But he Slade got a point. It is.
Exactly.
It's like
It is.
you just said. I seen it. I went. Then I was just like, you know what? Skip it. Like I don't even want it.
Exactly.
Bro.
Exactly. Exactly. So we got we got hooked up with the Cobra Hiss Techno Viper, and the HMS stands for Heat Seek Missile System. But the Hiss tank came out with a bunch of figures that had the Hiss colors, the red and black. And there's a Hiss Cobra Trooper, a Hiss Cobra Officer, a Hiss Frag Viper. Who's the Viper? Who's the one with the brain on top? That guy. There's a Hiss version of that. And now there's a Hiss Techno Viper, and he comes with this. So the box is really nice. It's got some raised lettering and raised up imagery and stuff. So it's actually really well made. This is raised up as well.
That's raised.
Yep.
Oh yeah, you can see it. Yeah, that's
Yep.
dope, bro. That is.
That's raised
That
up
is.
right there.
Yeah, that's dope. Yeah, I don't think I can get rid of that box either. I mean,
Yeah, it's a
not
dope
even,
box.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't think
Got
like
the,
Chuckles. I couldn't get rid of my Chuckles box. When I got
oh
Chuckles, I
yeah.
couldn't get rid of it. Yeah, I couldn't. Yeah, I definitely couldn't get rid of that box.
Yeah. So the come here, bitch. Ah, fucker. Son of a bitch. Hold on. I'm trying not to fall out of my chair at the same time. Okay. So this is the Hiss Viper that he comes with. And he's identical to the other Techno Viper that is purple, only he's red. He's red and black and gray. Love the design of the Techno Viper, the classified Techno Viper. I wasn't a super big fan of the O-ring Techno Viper. I thought his helmet looked stupid. I thought he looked kind of goofy. I was not just keeping it a buck. I'm keeping it a buck. I was not a big fan of the Techno Viper, but I love the classified version. It's really well done. Looks really cool, and the head fits more. And that goes for a lot of the figures, a lot of the characters classified, because the O-ring figures back in the day, they had big ass heads. They just had to, because the figures were so small. In order to put a face on them, the head had to be big enough to put the details of a face on without, them going through too much, So they would that's how they would do it. They would just make the head big, bigger than it would be. And so a lot of the characters had big ass heads, and we dealt with that though. But when a mask, like some of these masks, some of these helmets are hard to do on a big ass head like that. Let me see if it'll catch focus. There he goes a little bit. There it is. There it is. So yeah, he's got a really cool mask, and the classified size, the scale of classified figures fits G.I. Joe way better. The heads look more proportioned. And it's just a really great medium for the. Here they are. Here it is. These missiles are about 9 inches long.
Damn, bro.
They're massive, massive. I mean, look.
Yeah, like hold it. Yeah, I was getting ready to say, put it up next to your palm of your hand. Yeah. Look at that. Yeah.
They're massive.
That's
They're huge.
yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, they're huge.
You would think they'd be ICBMs, not heat-seeking rockets.
Yeah, he is his Heat Seeker or Heat Seek X03 with the Cobra logo. And you know what I'm saying? Look like a real scud.
Yes, it does.
Like a real scud.
Did they come with flames for the back or for the back of the missiles?
Does not come with any flame effects, but they do have port holes for flame effects. A little bit. annoyed with GI Joe for not including some flame effects with a few of the figures and characters and toys. But this definitely should have had some flame effects or some smoke or some shit. But here it is in all its glory. It is, yes, holy moly, Gary, it is big. And da, 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 da. I say I like the O-ring Techno Viper, but I didn't like the Alley Viper too much. I forget which one. Which one was the Alley Viper?
Alley Viper.
I forget which one that is. I know which one. I mean, there's I know it, but yeah. I mean, yeah, Techno Viper. I wasn't a super fan of it. I just thought the helmet looked a little goofy, but yeah. My dude is that is Mega. Yeah, it's Mega. Yeah, the Bane is Mega, the Bats they're Mega, if that's what you're talking about. But yeah, this is fucking huge too. But the detail's really cool. Let me see if we can get some. There we go. Some nice focus on the detail. It's got like some cool. This one's got like a looks like a brake light. The back has like a red light, and the front here has like looks like headlights, like clear plastic right there. So it's like it lights up. It doesn't light up, but I guess that's what it's supposed to look like. Got tail lights, that kind of thing. No decaling. So remember back in the day when we got these, they gave us a sheet of decals.
Ton of decals.
Yeah, we had to put them on ourselves. But this came, fully decaled out, and then it's got the. This is like a little step ladder, or like a little platform, and then it folds down, and there's so you can see it's like yeah. So it's I don't know what it is. It looks like some, equipment or whatever, some little technology in there. And then there's a little side panel that comes off. Panel comes off, and there's some more technology.
That's probably how you program it, fire it. Like
yes. Right.
Yeah.
Yep. That's going to be your
those are the controls. That's a manual launch and things like that. That's dope, man. That's a good attention to detail. I like that.
Yeah, and it does roll, and this has a trailer hitch which will hook up to the Cobra Stinger, or the Hiss tank. If you have your Hiss tank, this goes on the back of your Hiss tank. That's why they put this out first before the GI Joe version of this, which will be green and gray and black, and it's called something else instead of HMS. I think it's called MMS or something. And it's colors that match the vamp. So it will trail behind the vamp. This, if you did not get a Hiss tank like I didn't, you get your Stinger, and it hooks onto your Cobra Stinger. I'll show you what that will look like in a second on the vamp. It also has these feet that come down in the back and on the front, and that way it can actually stand, stationary. You're gonna fire the missile. You don't want it on wheels. That shit would just, But so this is it sits like that, and kind of raises it up off the wheels, off the ground, and so for firing mode. But yeah, then they fold up like landing gear, and then you attach it to the back of your vehicle. It will be the Stinger. But in this case, since the Stinger is not out yet, we have the vamp. I was a little bit like pissed. I was not a little. I was really miffed, really, really upset, really pissed off. Because they put this thing out. Why not put the Stinger out? Why are you putting the vamp out first? Because we got this thing first. Either make the missile thing that goes to the vamp or make the Stinger first because you made this. But I get that they made this because of the Hiss tank. But I think they made the vamp because they were thinking, oh, we got the Hiss tank. We don't make another lot of Cobra vehicles. They wanted to mix it up. Whatever. So here it is, connected to the vamp. It's fucking huge.
It is. Yeah. But it's to scale. It is to scale, though.
It is to scale. It looks great, and but
yeah,
when you're trying to figure out where to stand it, I don't have shelf space. This is literally on the floor, like in front of the shelf. So I'm a little worried because when the Stinger comes and then the G.I. Joe version of this, that's going to be two Jeeps with two missile systems being pulled. The
That's
Dragonfly
the
hanging from the ceiling, the Cobra Rattler
ceiling.
when it comes next.
Rattler, yeah. Yeah, that's the and then, yeah, the MMS. So yeah. Yeah, you're gonna have a lot. Now you said the Dragonfly comes with, does it come with Wild Bill? What, will if not, will we be able to get Wild Bill separate?
Oh yeah, no, it comes with Wild Bill, Night
Okay.
Force Crazy Legs, and Night Force. I always forget who the other guy is, and then Glinda. Uh, who's the Ripcord? Night Force Ripcord.
Ripcord.
Yeah, Crazy Legs Ripcord, Night Force version, so all black. What's this guy said? Do you know the mean of Freddy Krueger with needle fingers? Say what now? The men of Freddy
Do you
Krueger with
know the many?
I don't know, Gary Dubada.
The
I don't know.
many? Did you say the many? The many?
Gary Dubda. He said, "Do you know the many of Freddy Krueger with needle fingers?" I can't say that I do. I cannot say that I do. But feel free to let me know what that
Elaborate.
means.
Yeah, elaborate on that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm interested. Um, yeah. Jesus Christ, I can't believe I just did that. Okay. I'll tell you later. So God damn it. All right, so real quick before we get into the DC stuff, because we're gonna talk a little bit about Superman and all that good shit. Jordan Peele has another joint coming out again. So he's been just like consistently dropping horror movies like one after another. Bing, 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 bing. 3 years after the theatrical release of Nia DaCosta's Candyman remake, Jordan Peele is producing yet another horror movie for Universal. His Monkey Paw Productions. The studio finally announced the newest title and 2025 release for Peele's Marlon Wayans led project, which was originally
Oh,
titled
Lord.
Goat. Huh?
I said, oh Lord.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Peele and Wayans. Which Marlon Wayans is actually a really good actor. He just he always is wild and goofy, but when he wants to, he's got chops.
Oh yeah. Oh, definitely. It's just, when you hear Marlon Wayne, he's like, oh man, what we gonna get? Like, what we gonna
Yeah,
get?
what are we gonna get? Right. Well, with Jordan Peele behind the wheel, I'm definitely confident because I think Peele's a phenomenal director. His movies have all been really good. I thought. I've really liked him. His style and everything. What's he did what's the last one? Well, he did Nope. He did
Nope.
yeah, I think that was
He did Nope. What was the one with the Get Out? He did Get
Get
Out.
Out, right?
Nope.
That was his first one, yeah. That was the big yeah.
Was it Them? I think it was, or They? Yeah,
Them is
Them.
a show, right? The show Them.
Yeah, I think it was.
Is
Was
that
it Them
his?
or They?
There's a show called
I don't.
They, and I think it's Jordan Peele. It's a show called They, and it just now came out season 2 on
Us. That's what it is.
Us. Us.
Us.
That's the movie
Us.
he made. Yes, there's a show called
Us.
They, and there's a movie called Us. But They it's a black show too. Like Us is a black movie. It's a black show. But it's called They, not Us. But it's really good. Just dropped season 2. It's fucking dope. But per the Hollywood Reporter, Universal Pictures' upcoming psychological horror thriller will be officially titled Him. So originally it was going to be called Goat, the Marlon Wayans and Peele movie. It's now called Him, Him. Scheduled to arrive around September 19th next year, 2025. And this is Marlon Wayans' first solo leading project in a long time. After nearly 5 years since he Starred in the Netflix comedy Sextuplets, which he also co-wrote and produced. And his most recent acting credit was last year's sports drama film Air, which was like he played the role of Michael Jordan's former coach, George Raveling, but it was a movie about the shoes, the Jordans. It's a movie about Jordans, Nike Air Jordans and shit. And it was like
Okay.
Ben
Oh
Affleck
yeah,
and
he was in that. Yeah, he was in that. Yeah.
Larry.
What was that called? That was called
Air. It's called
Air.
Air.
Yeah. I was for a drama and a movie with no gun in it. It was actually really good, bro. Really good.
Wow. You
Man,
uh
bro, I can't. Listen. A gun. It got to be a gun in the movie for me, man.
damn.
There's no.
Wow.
If there's no gun in it, man. I'd be like, damn, this ain't gonna go over well.
Damn. You don't fuck with dramas and shit, huh? You don't fuck with it.
Nah, man, not really. It's hard to find a good one. You know, like let's keep it a
I'll
buck.
tell you
You
a
can
good one.
name on one. You
I
can name
made
on
you a
one
real
hand.
The Good Shepherd.
Good.
The Good Shepherd.
That was good. That was good. I did watch. That was good. That was good. That was good.
But no, it's
But
a
there are
few.
dramas with a gun in it, and the gun makes it better. Makes it a better.
No, all right, I'll give you that. Yeah, but yeah, it'll be Jordan Peele producing the first time he's doing Marlon Wayans joint and first time Marlon Wayans is in a serious horror movie because he did the Scary Movie franchise, which is obviously not horror, it's comedy. But his memorable and hilarious performance as Shorty Meeks was one of the main highlights of the first two Scary Movie installments, which he co-wrote with his brother Sean Wayans, and uh, he also did the horror comedy Curse of the Bridge Hollow, where he played a realist dad who's not fond of Halloween. But him is directed by Justin Tipping. It's produced by Jordan Peele, but Jordan Peele produces a lot of these. He's not really directing them all. He's like the producer. He like puts
Mm.
them together. But Justin Tipping, who previously helmed episodes for hit shows like The Shy, Black Monday, Dear White People, Joe vs. Carol, and the upcoming horror film will sort of serve as his second feature-length directorial project, following his 2016 independent adventure film Kicks, which starred Mahershala Ali, the guy who was going to play Blade. Written by Limetown creators Zach Akers and Skip Bronke. Him is going to have Wayne's playing a legendary quarterback who is tasked with training a rising young athlete at his isolated compound. And joining Wayans in the movie is going to be Julia Fox, Tyreek Withers, Tim Heidecker, and Jim Jeffries, along with rappers Guap Dad 4000 and Tierra Whack. I've never heard of either of these so-called rappers. But yes, Jordan Peele just did what he most recently produced Dev Patel's Monkey Man, which you saw in the theaters too.
Yeah.
Yeah, Peele did that. Jordan Peele did that.
Okay.
Instant
It
hit
did.
among critics. But
It was alright.
would you think?
It was. I
I
would have
watched some,
enjoyed it more on my couch, but it
yeah,
was it was good.
I watched some of it at home on the couch, and it was not.
Yeah.
It was. I was like, damn. I'm glad I didn't go to the. I wouldn't have been happy in a theater watching this, but it's definitely cool to sit at home
That right.
and and
Like it's
and
watch right. That's how I felt about it. Yeah, like I could have stayed home for this, but it also the story in the middle it gets kind of I don't even know the word to put on it, man. It gets all right. Remember when we watched the second prequel movie by Star Wars and they were showing Anakin and Padme, running
yeah,
around, falling in love, going on picnics, and you sitting in the
yeah,
theater and you watching it and you like, and then right before it got boring, they got a call to go save everybody, and then they had to. That's what it was like. The middle of that movie is like that. They go through a lot of stuff with that you just like, all right, what does this have to do with the story? Like, please,
right.
let's just move. So
Yeah.
But I would have enjoyed it on my couch more than I did in the theater. I agree with you on that one.
Yeah,
That's a definitely, yeah, that's definitely, yeah, a fact.
yeah.
Yeah, 'cause your boy, what's your name's got another movie coming out too. Speaking of movies, we don't. I mean, not to, not to keep the subject on. So, M. Shamalama has
Mm.
got a new movie
Ding-dong.
coming out. Yeah, he's got a I forget what it's called. I think it's Shadows or something like that.
Oh, I haven't heard of it. I haven't heard of it. But yeah, Shamalama Dong Dong. Yeah, I fuck with some dramas too, Slade. I really do. I really like some good dramatic movies. I didn't know I was still on big screen.
Yeah.
But yeah, Shyamalan movies are good. Shyamalan movies are pretty good. I always think they're really cool. I some of them are like a little bit not so good, but some of them are really good. Some of them
They
are
are
really
really good, man. I did the one with the trees. I think that was the one that
See, I
pissed
like that
everybody
one.
off.
I like that one. A lot
Did
of
you
people
like
didn't like.
that one?
I
Yeah,
thought
that
that was
bit.
good.
Yeah, a
Mark
lot of people didn't
Wahlberg.
like that.
Yeah, a
Yeah, a
lot of
lot of
people
people
thought it was
wasn't
fun.
feeling that,
I
bro.
thought it was great. I thought it was cool. Because it was creepy
Yeah, a
as
lot of
fuck. It was scary as fuck. I was like, "Are you kidding me? Like this shit is crazy. This you can't get it. You couldn't escape it. No one. You couldn't escape. There was no escape to that, man. The plants could fucking take over the planet easily. If they could put out a pheromone that would cause everybody to kill themselves, it'd be a wrap for humans. It's a cool premise.
he's got a he's got a movie called The Watchers.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
The Watchers. That should and it should be out soon. It should be out soon. But
Well,
I did my favorite one of his was The Village. I thought that was dope.
see, and I didn't
Like
like
when
the
they
village.
you didn't
I
like
was
The Village.
pissed
I
off.
thought
I
The
was
Village.
mad because I was like, "There's no real monsters. This is bullshit."
that
Yeah,
was
I
the
was
whole.
mad.
That was the whole point. That was
I
the whole
know.
point. You know.
I was. I know.
But
But
it
yeah,
was dope the way they kept them
yeah,
thinking
yeah.
that they
Different
were living
cool
in
idea.
like the 18, like they were living in like the
Yeah.
1800s. Like they made them think that, like, or the
Hmm.
1700s. They were like, they really and they used
How would
those
you
puppets
know?
and all that to do that.
Yeah,
I would
right.
have never known. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. You could. It was a good. It was a cool premise. That's the thing. His movies are good like that. They got like weird twists and weird like ideas and shit. So I dig them. But back to DC because this is DC
yeah. Let's
Power
get back
Hour.
to DC. Yeah, let's get
It
back.
is
Yeah,
Superman.
get off track.
Yes, we got James Gunn, we got DCU, we got Superman coming up, and Davd Corenswet is definitely beefing up for the role. Looking bigger than Cavill, actually. We'll check that out in a second. Excuse me. But the big controversy right now going on with Superman, previously known as Superman Legacy, is the image that was put out by James Gunn earlier with the Man of Steel sitting in like an apartment, like putting on his boots, like kind of looking like fuck. And there's like this, big green, pink blast laser going on in the sky around behind him. Like, shit's like going on over the city, like, an attack of some sort on Metropolis. And he's just there like kind of like his suit's kind of burned up. He's had a little battle damage and he's kind of looking like I got to put my boots back on and get back out there to the fight. And you can see in the background there's like a small green beam that's shooting in from the right, and it comes down and it looks like it's hitting the big pink beam that's coming in from the left. And I think that a lot of people were mad, like, "Oh, what are you doing? You're going all slow and stuff." And you see what's out there. They're not realizing that he's got battle damage. He's already been out there. And I think that green beam is showing us maybe there's another hero, maybe a Green Lantern or something out there that's fighting. So it's like he's probably just coming in to put on some new boots or some shit. Look, the boots look new. Everything else is burnt up. Who knows why he's in there? Maybe he's got to put some new boots on. But he definitely does not look like he's in a
Yeah,
rush.
maybe.
He does not look
Nah,
like.
maybe he had a hitchhiker. Yeah, maybe he had a hitchhiker in his boot. They had to get him out.
Yeah, maybe he had to
Mm,
go back and get a pebble out. You never know. But then
yeah,
there's this
I'm looking
image.
at the. Okay.
You want to look in the background?
No, 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 no. I was looking at. I was trying to see, like the what that beam is. That
Yeah.
like what is it hitting? It's hitting something.
Right. It's there's the beam, and then it sort of becomes a big sphere of some sort. The
Yeah,
pink
right.
beam,
Yeah.
and then hits it becomes a ball, and then there's also a small green beam coming from the other direction that's sort of clashing with it up at the in the top. You can see it's very
Yeah,
faint,
I'm looking at that.
but
Yeah.
yeah, there's no telling what that could be. But that's the image that's the promo image put out by Gunn. But the picture does answer some questions, and it does present some new questions. But nevertheless, fans are basically in the majority are happy to finally get a sneak peek at Superman ahead of the film's release. See what his suit looks like. I'm not I'm not super impressed by the suit. Looks a little baggy on him, it's got a
It
little
does.
armor. I'm not I'm not. It could look good. It could be cool. We'll just have to see when he's in action. He's got the Superman curl on the side there, on his hair, so
Mhm.
that looks pretty cool. But yeah, your average moviegoer might not think Corn Sweat's Superman suit offers, or differs rather much from any other Superman suit or Henry Cavill suit or whatever. But fans were quick to point out one key feature and that sets this suit apart recently is the red trunks. The red trunks Cavill's Kryptonian attire went for a slightly more grounded look without the red trunks, the underwear on the outside.
Yeah, I don't know where on outside. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's back. Gunn's take on the character is definitely is trying to be more iconic. Um, but yeah, he's got the trunks again. He's more close to like I think it's been like 18 years since the Superman Returns came out. That was the last time we had the trunks. But yeah, a lot of others are reserving judgment. A lot of people on Twitter are waiting to see the actual suit in motion. Not going to judge it yet. I'm one of those. I'm not going to judge it yet. I don't. I don't care one way or the other. It looks like something out of the comics to me, and that I love.
It does.
Looks
Yeah,
very
me
comic
too.
book. Fucking love that.
Yeah.
And that's what I love about Gunn. He's great at making comic book movies look like comic books, and that's important. But we've known for a while that Gunn's Superman movie is going to feature Nicholas Hoult as Lex Luthor. And then after today, though, I think a lot of us started to speculate that the purple sky laser is teasing Brainiac. That's that color, that pinkish purple. That's a Brainiac-ish color right there. And the green too, the green and pink. Brainiac always has those colors, green with the pink. But yeah, that's one of the rumors rumbling right now too. But yeah, Superman will definitely be in theaters July 11th of 2025. Although we've gotten plenty of good looks at the cast, there's a lot that we haven't seen. We haven't really seen a lot actually at all. But there's a lot of characters. And Gunn did shoot down rumors that a Superman clone will be in the movie. I don't know why those rumors came about, but Nathan Fillion will be Green Lantern, a Guy Gardner. So a lot of cool implications there, possibilities and potential. But the suit itself, not bad. Um, but Gunn or Corenswet, the man in the suit, he definitely is trying to what do you call it? Look the part, man. Check him out. Check him out. Come on. What the fuck?
Yeah, I'm excited about it. But damn, we gotta wait till 2025.
I know, right?
Whole another year, man. It seems like it's taking forever.
So yes, Cavill right here on the left. That's Cornsweat on the right. He's definitely bulking up for the role, and I think he's at least as big as Cavill was.
Yeah, because Cavill was huge. He got huge for that role.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was. Um, When it comes to transforming into an iconic superhero, for example, Superman, most of us would expect a grueling regime filled with rigorous workouts. Did we forget to mention those strict diets? Of course, that's also a requirement. After all, donning the role of Man of Steel is not a small feat, it says here on this little caption. But for Davd Corenswet, who is set to play Clark Kent in an upcoming project, the journey to becoming Superman was anything but conventional. James Gunn's Superman is scheduled for release 2025, and just lately, DC fans have gotten their first glimpse of the character's iconic costume. Yeah. The physique is an important part of the character, makes the iconic look. But we've got this other photo though. This other cool situation here. You see Cavill there in the back. Cavill is in the back holding up what looks like a Russian space rocket or something. But shared by Aaron S. Bailey on X, formerly Twitter. The artwork sees Corenswet sitting down. You know, it's the boot picture. And then Cavill is in the back, looking like he's about to throw a chunk of rocket at him through a window, like he's just about to just cream him. And it's an interesting piece of art that points towards the fandom's dissatisfaction caused by the WB's decision to replace Cavill, and bring in Corenswet. So people are pissed, and this is just an example of some of that frustration being taken out creatively. And it's pretty funny, but it's pretty cool. Yeah. It's an interesting image, but for those who aren't really familiar with what exactly is going on, following the announcement of Henry Cavill's departure from The Witcher and his appearance in the post-credit scene of Black Adam, it was alleged that he was once again reprising his role as the Man of Steel. We all figured, presumably in a standalone Cavill Superman sequel, definitely, was going to fight Black Adam and all that, but James Gunn disproved those rumors and basically told us all to eat shit. And sorry, Cavill, your favorite Superman, the guy that made you a fan of the character you used to hate growing up. Oh, that's just me. But yes, James Gunn quickly just shit all over that, told us that Cavill was never actually hired to return as Superman and thus hasn't been fired from the role because he never had it. So it was just The Rock, who I'm going to talk about Monday because Marvel is going to make him Apocalypse. Oh, God. Please no. But we're going to talk about that Monday. Stating, but Cavill, he was never really fired because he was never really hired. But, Gunn also added that the story that he's making now as the new lead of the new DCU never implied Cavill Superman for a number of reasons. He said one of those reasons is the complete creative break from the previously released cinematic content. And for that, and in that, I get it, and I'm behind him. I'm behind him on that. But because that whole universe, if they're stopping that, if they're not continuing that universe, you can't take actors that played those characters and put them in the new universe, because the average schmo, moviegoer is not going to understand that that's not the same Superman. They're going to be like, well, where's this character? Where's that? I don't understand what's going on. They're not going to get it. You can't do it. So unfortunately, Cavill was just part of a franchise that ended, and it sucks for us fans of the character, of the actor as the character, because for me, man, it made me a fan of Superman. Like I was able to actually dig a Superman movie. Like I was like, oh, this is actually cool. Like I dug Man of Steel. Maybe it was just the way Cavill played it. Maybe it was the way Zack Snyder did it. Maybe it's the movie. Maybe it wasn't Cavill at all. So who knows? But James Gunn said he liked Cavill's Superman. He said that the actor is an overall great guy, an epithet worthy of anyone adapting anything from the Warhammer franchise. adding that the former regime at WB and several other industry players uh, severely wronged Cavill and his vision of the character by teasing him with that, putting him in the fucking thing with Black Adam. Like, why'd you do that? Why'd you
Mm,
first? That was really fucked up because you know, Dwayne Johnson, The Rock, bringing him in to do that was an asshole move because you were just assuming that you were gonna use your star power to make this happen, not realizing that they're changing the franchise. They're bringing in a whole new team. So it just
right.
I don't
The Rock
understand how
got in
they
there.
let it happen.
Yeah, 'cause the Rock, yeah, the Rock got in there like he was taking over the franchise. Like,
And he
which
was.
makes you believe the stories. Which makes you believe stories like when he was doing the Fast and the Furious, or why him and Vin Diesel got into it.
Yep.
It makes you believe those stories. Like maybe it is the Rock. Maybe he got in there and tried to take that over, and they were like, "No,
Yep.
we ain't doing."
Basically. Yeah. And you know, everybody knows, who Kal-El is and where he's from. Everybody knows Superman's Kryptonian. Everyone knows the story of his origin. And Henry Cavill's did a great job of providing Clark Kent with an origin story, despite not being connected to this upcoming movie. So, for those who needed to see that or know that info, you got to see it in Man of Steel. We don't need to do it again. Gunn also shared his reasons for not doing for not unveiling Superman's costume. But a lot of fans and the digital artists have dressed Davd Corenswet's version of a character in Henry Cavill's Superman suit a couple times. But yeah, but Gunn said that the origin story has been done and it's redundant. There's no need to do it. He basically repeats the shit that we've said about it. He feels the same way. So luckily, we're not going to have to sit through another origin movie about a character we've been watching since the 70s.
Yes,
So,
thank you, thank you. That's exactly what we want to hear.
hmm yes, very happy to hear it. Very happy to hear it.
That's exactly what we want to hear because breaking it down, like even when we were talking about Batman, we love Batman movies. It's
Thank God, no.
just yeah, we love Batman. We just don't want to see the origin story. I mean, damn.
Right.
Let's just start with year two, year three, something. If you're gonna go
Yep.
back far, but damn, same thing with Superman. I don't want to see him launch from Krypton one more time, and, and then shot in the Earth, and he goes to Mars. We already know that story.
Yep.
Give us something good.
Well, well, and I think we might get something really good. And while everyone's sharing their opinions on the new costume, the image also, that beam, that sphere in the background. The interesting, it's not exactly a hidden thing. It's pretty obvious part of the image, and as he's in the in the foreground there, but we presumably destructive beams coming down, could be Brainiac, or it could be a different alien invader. It could be a lesser known. Let me see if I can get you guys show you a picture of this thing, because I'm kind of leaning towards this thing here as a possible villain for the movie. And this is it right here. So you see this spherical it's thing back there. It's Solaris, the tyrant sun. and it's a character from DC that it's a giant orb, kind of looking like a giant eye staring down at and it shoots like a death beam at the city, or the earth or whatever. And Solaris, the tyrant son, is a fairly deep cut villain. First appeared in 1998's DC 1 Million crossover event. And it was created by Grant Morrison, the great Grant Morrison. So it's a dope story. Who at the time was right in the middle of the iconic JLA run. And Solaris appeared again in a more minor capacity in Grant Morrison's All-Star Superman, which we know Grant Morrison's All-Star Superman is inspiration for the James Gunn Superman movie. So, you know what I mean? It kind of tracks. And James Gunn has gone on record saying that Grant Morrison's Superman run is one of his all-time favorite runs, and so it does make sense that he would pull one of these creations out for his movie. And we get this vague thing in the background, this giant sphere, but definitely not in a way that gives away anything at all. But it could be like a foreshadowing, a sort of a hint in a way that'll be something we could look back on and be like, oh shit, that was Solaris there, the tyrant son, the whole fucking time. And it would be cool. It would be a cool concept. But I got a couple more images right here for you.
And that might even be, and think about it, we don't know what part of the movie that is. That might be the intro.
Exactly.
Yeah, and then the rest of the movie, we don't know what we're gonna get, but
yeah, exactly. It might not be the but there he is. I mean, it might not be the overarching villain, but here, if you look in the background, you see this guy floating there in front of it, shooting green beams out of his eyes. Let's go back here, and what do we see shooting the sphere, the big eyeball-looking sphere? Because that sphere does look like an eyeball, does it not?
Yes, it does.
It's got lines and shit. It's got like a pupil, and then there's like a green beam shooting at it, like a little green beam that could be these eye beams. You see the eye beams? So could be that guy. I don't know who that is. I'm assuming that's Luthor with some sort of eye beams, and we've got Nicholas Hoult as Luthor in the movie. So could be foreshadowing here. There, or rather, Gunn could be leaking the cat out of the bag, so to speak. But yeah, we know it's a possibility anyway, because Grant Morrison, the author of this character and this comic with this character, that's the comic that the movie's kind of based on. And we know that, James Gunn, it's his favorite Superman that he wants to write about. And Solaris is this big thing. It's actually a stellar supercomputer that originally came from the 853rd century. And this artificial star was created to warm the outer planets of the solar system, like Pluto, which were terraformed and inhabited during this time in the 853rd century. Excuse me. And in this distant future era, the Justice League has evolved into the Justice Legion Alpha, which is a team of modern-day Justice League descendants, and eventually becoming malevolent and seeking to destroy organic life on Earth. This artificial sentient sun went back in time to the modern era, to our day, to our time, and it encoded itself into a technovirus that sent back, to infect all the known computer systems. And the Justice League and the Justice Legion had to join forces to defeat it, but to do so, they had to create Solaris in the present to defeat its future self. So in a sense, Solaris's time travel was a predestination paradox ensuing its own future existence. It's deep shit. And as a sun, Solaris had the power of radiation, and could fire, thermal blasts, and like the Death Star kind of thing, and only if it were alive, but and have a mind of its own, it would be like that. Solaris would also control all the supercomputers and known machinery. All the machinery, and long after Lex Luthor and Brainiac were dust, it continued to plague Superman's descendants for centuries and centuries and hundreds of centuries, and it became the biggest threat to Kal-El's ongoing legacy. And despite this, it only appeared a few times, mostly in stories from Grant Morrison. During the New 52 era, a version of Solaris did fuck with, Wonder Woman and Superman in the New 52. But yes, could this, who knows? This glowing orb over Metropolis that looks like an eye be, something like could be Solaris, and it could be a weapon of Brainiac, that he makes Solaris, or a sinister creation of Lex Luthor where he's got the green eye beams.
Green eye beams, yeah.
Yeah. In All-Star Superman, that's the Grant Morrison Superman run. The thing joins forces with Luthor, to turn Earth's yellow sun into a red sun, and he creates Solaris himself, maybe in the new film, and like maybe he's Luthor, maybe he creates it with his or maybe he gets with Brainiac and they create it together. Who knows?
Yeah.
But
either way, they got to give us something better with Lex Luthor. If you think about the other movies, and I, like what you're giving us is great because it's giving us hope. And then when you think about, he created the Sun Dude in the one movie.
right.
The other movie, he was like a sub character for Zod, but he
Yeah.
steered Zod in the right direction. He never had no. The one movie he shot the missiles at the fault lines. Like
Mm-hmm.
it was criminal mastermind thing, but it wasn't worthy
Mm-hmm.
of Lex Luthor. You know what I mean?
Right. Right.
Like it's got to be bigger than that to be Lex. It's something that directly affects Superman and could ultimately defeat him.
Right.
So we're gonna, hopefully James Gunn. We're gonna see what James Gunn does with this, man. Because I'm excited for the movie. I really am, man. I'm really just like that's dope. Like if we got something like that, that would be dope, bro. That would be meta. I would actually go to the movies and see that like 3 times if they came out with something.
Hell yeah. Before we go, y'all, we're gonna chop. We gotta kind of call it a night. I know Stu got to go, fight crime and all of that. So, but real quickly, let me get this fucking. Where's that thing at? There it is. Bop, bop. Oh, Michael B. Jordan playing Calvin Ellis. Not part of the James Gunn Superman, not part of the James Gunn DCU. It will be part of an Elseworld thing, if it happens at all.
Like,
Yeah,
sort of like the Batman. Sort of
like the Batman. Yeah.
Which
Like
is
the
dope.
Batman.
And which is something, right? Which is dope. And what
Yeah.
James Gunn take is something DC does. They do have,
Yeah, I'm
you
down.
know, yeah.
I'm down. Yeah, I'm down.
Which is
I'm
something
happy.
Marvel should do. Which is something Marvel should do when they come with all these little alternate, little things they do. So
Yeah. Who smoke with chopsticks?
somebody with some good, you, that's true. You either got some good stuff going on, or or you real eccentric, man. All you need is an all white suit. It needs
I
an all
catch
white suit
flies.
with that.
I catch flies
Yeah.
and shit. Got one.
Mm. Yeah, you just need an all white, one of those all white suits. You walk
Just
around
all.
smoking a
Yeah.
joint with chopsticks.
Well, y'all. Yeah, man. We got to call it a night, but we thank you for coming and chilling with us as always, and hanging out with the crew. We gonna get it up Monday, and yes, we gotta hash out the rumor about Dwayne the Rock Johnson playing Apocalypse. Marvel,
Wow.
please fucking learn from Black Adam. You know the Rock's gonna make it his own thing. He's gonna make a big deal out of it, dude. And I don't want to see the Rock as Apocalypse. He might look like Apocalypse. I think he could pull off the look, but his fucking the way he is, bro. I can't see it because he always plays the Rock. That's who he is. He's Dwayne. He's the Rock. He's always Dwayne Johnson. He plays whatever character, but it's really the Rock as that character. He doesn't. You can't not see the Rock. And I think a character like Apocalypse needs to just look like Apocalypse, not like something
Right.
else. That's
Right.
just.
Not,
But I'd
not
love to
like
see Mr.
Ivan
Sinister.
Ooze. Not like Ivan Ooze or something like that.
Right. But I
You see,
think well they did that
I
we've
want to
done
see Mr.
Apocalypse.
Sinister too. That'd be dope. Mr. Sinister would be dope.
Yeah, man. It would be, bro. It would. But oh, check this out real quick before we dip. There's a little Easter egg here that popped up. Little Easter egg of sorts in the background of Guns pickage. There it is. So let's see. What does it say? It says so. James Gunn's newest behind-the-scenes photo has two surprising DCU Easter eggs. And that's the So you got Creature Commandos. Frank Grillo is going to be Rick Flag Sr. in the Creature Commandos. That's Frank Grillo, this guy right here. But
Because if you play the game Justice League versus
he's yeah.
Suicide Squad kills the Justice League, that's
Mhm.
who Rick Flag looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah, he looks like him.
Yeah. But yeah, looks like the background features a banner for the event sponsored by Big Belly Burger and Stag Industries. Where is that? Oh, there it is. This orange thing right here. Where's this Stag Industries burger, Big Burger or something like that. It's unclear if the set is actually for Peacemaker Season 2 or Gunn's currently filming a Superman movie, given the fact that Rex Mason, Metamorpho, Anthony Kerrigan, a superhero closely tied to Stag Industries in the comics, is in Superman. Either option definitely feels possible. Either way, Banner confirms that both companies already exist in the DCU. Big Belly Burger has already appeared throughout previous DC movies and television shows, including the CW's Arrowverse shows and last year's Blue Beetle movie. Yeah, so basically, but we already know that all the shit's going to be connected. So yes, Creature Commandos is connected to Superman, it's connected to Batman Brave and the Bold, it's connected to Suicide Squad, it's connected to Peacemaker, it's all connected. So that's pretty cool.
Which is dope. Yeah, and I can't wait. Because once he gets this Superman movie rolling, we'll be getting we'll be getting movies on a regular, from them that'll be
yeah,
the stuff that we can write home about. Man, I'm a big DC fan. I can't lie and say I'm not. I love it. I love DC. I love the whole universe. I love everything about it. I just wish the live action movies would be just a little more better. And I agree with the one article I read a few years, about a year back, where you're gonna have to give us something more than Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman.
Yeah, man. And I'm glad that we're finally getting it.
Yeah,
we got it. We got a great thing with Gunn. I think it's gonna be good. So I'm happy. I'm excited. I'm excited too, Slade. But yeah, guys, that's our show. We gotta wrap it. But we'll be, have a good weekend. Be safe. You know what I mean? And love your loved ones and all that good stuff. We'll see you guys Monday, and we got a good show for you then too. But that's our joint. Stu Dog, peace.
Reno, peace.